market for this one in terms of the best value. Charlo by KO at -125 seems like decent value. We know he has 22 KOs in 33 fights.
9 straight wins, including a career-best 4-fight knockout streak. He's got a rebuilt body, a reborn mindset. He's up to 168 pounds, still unbeaten, Brian, but with everything to prove. Good luck. LaManna.
Cornflake himself is a regional promoter, but this is the biggest fight of his career. Let's see what the kid can do.
Charlo reuniting with his first amateur trainer, Highland Williams Sr. Right hand that lands. And there's the veteran. LaManna trying to hold on. Instead, he's dropped for the 5th time in his career.
5, 6, 7, 8. Walk over to me. Ready to go?
On how the knockdown happened, the stiff jab, the perfect timing of the right hand. One right hand, he misses with the hook there, but he follows up with the overhand right. Charlo, a fighter that has been out for a year and a half and showing no ring rust whatsoever. Beautiful overhand right by Charlo. Right.
To echo what Abner said earlier about the twin brothers, the Charlo twins, reuniting. They've always been each other's biggest fan in a lot of ways, but they can be rivals. They can push each other's buttons. It's heartwarming to see the love rekindle between them, knowing that they're both on the comeback trail.
LaManna buckle did not go down, but was hurt by that shot from Charlo. 15 seconds left here in the 4th frame. Canvas after the left.
It didn't seem like it did. It buckled him, definitely. No.
And so far, Charlo has landed twice as many jabs as LaManna has landed punches. And the jab, LaManna's down for the 3rd time. No 3 knockdown roll in effect, but he's frustrated. Using his feet to try to avoid the attack. He needs to get off the ropes. Lateral movement. The ever-patient Charlo continues to just measure LaManna. Right hand by LaManna brings out a smile from Charlo. The jab, though, back LaManna.
We're stopping the fight. He is the winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Jermall Hitman Charlo.
Thank you very much, BC. On this day in 1895, the Manassa Mahler Jack 15-pound title against the unbeaten Filipino. While we hope to avoid long counts, it's been a long time since the 28-year-old Bornea has title holder. He dethroned long-rating champ lefty Jerwin Ankahas via unanimous decision in February.
Gets past that by getting on the inside. Jade Bornea would like to prevent him from doing that.
Knockout tonight, making the 2nd defense of his title. Please welcome the undefeated IBF Junior Bantamweight Champion of the World, introducing Fernando Puma Martinez.
And round number 1, speaking of throwing punches in bunches, in his title-winning victory over Ankahas, Martinez landed a division record 421 power shots. And by the way, Bornea had Ankahas in camp with him, and he told them to take care of his head and not be cornered by Martinez.
And we have a surprise already. Bornea normally starts out his fight as a righty and switches to lefty, as Abner pointed out in the open. He said, I'm going to be a lefty right off the bat, which is interesting.
Yeah, he normally does it in the 2nd round. Now he chose to come out just like that.
And if you ask Martinez's trainer, Rodrigo Calabrese, he says, hey, lefties are better for us. Martinez likes them even more than orthodox fighters, something you don't hear every day. Apollo Creed's trainer would not have agreed with them.
Hey, we just saw Martinez beat Ankahas twice in a row, so that's the case there.
Yeah, with anyone with the kind of pressure that Martinez has, you know, right, left hand, it doesn't matter because this guy's always going to try to close the gap and try to be in the inside.
Martinez known for all-out pressure. Bornea more the heavier puncher. 12 of his 18 wins have come inside the distance compared to just 8 of 15 for Martinez. But Martinez has a habit of wearing you down, putting on the pressure, and delivers a straight right up top to Bornea, but now from a southpaw. Bornea coming forward as well. So as expected, both of them having their moments early.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Bornea hasn't started working ripping to the body. He usually does use that straight left to the body, and he's got to start doing that because Martinez just does not stop coming, and that is a way to break him down.
Yeah, coming off back-to-back body blow KOs last year. Not surprising, since 42% of his total connects target his opponent's torsos.
Yeah, he loves the body, and those two knockouts really demonstrate that.
Under a minute left here in the opening round. Again, double right-handed and a nice curling left hook behind the high guard by the champion. Martinez has Bornea on the ropes, going to town with the left hooks, misses with that last sweeping left hook upstairs, and a nice three-punch combination ripped off by the challenger Bornea.
Yeah, if you're Bornea, I think what you want to do now is, you want to play the catch and shoot a little bit, or do that pressure as well. Don't let Martinez get out first.
The intriguing thing is that Bornea is pushing Martinez back in round one. That's surprising on every level.
And there's Bornea, uppercut to the midsection of the defending champion. Coming up on the final 10 seconds of the first frame. Nice counter right hook upstairs by Bornea, and he's backing up Martinez. And Martinez fires off a left hook. So as expected, lots to enjoy in the first round. It's because according to our show stats, he went 11 of 43 to Bornea compared to 10 of 29 for Martinez. Now, obviously, Al, they landed almost the same, but the fact that Martinez only threw 29, his offense was, downshifted.
Yeah, that's really surprising for him. Normally, he would punch way more. As we said, he averages 70 punches per round.
And yet an entertaining round.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, this fight's going to be entertaining. I think we all agree.
Yeah, especially in this weight class. I mean, these fighters are known to throw a lot of punches. They're volume punchers, especially Martinez.
There's Martinez ripping a double hook, one downstairs, one to the head, and Martinez beginning to sit down on his punches. Had Bornea pinned to the ropes and let loose.
And that's what I mean when Bornea's put in that position, in that place. He's got to come back with something. You got to catch those shots and shoot back.
Martinez slipped that shot, went to the body with the right hand, again leads with the left hook, and really beginning to go to the left hook a lot.
Bornea added different conditioning trainers for this fight because he felt this fight is likely to go 12 rounds, he said, and he's never been that distance. He said, I'm going to have to be ready for a tough battle. And guess what? In this round, he switched to righty. How about that?
Yeah, Bornea's trainer, Renel Fontanilla, also the trainer of the only current Filipino titleist, unified 122-pound champ, Marlon Tapales. There's a right hook curled behind the guard of Martinez, but then he counters with another hard left hook upstairs.
So he's starting every combination now with the jab. Setting up the jab is the key for Bornea right now.
This division is so deep. Earlier today, we saw Kazuto Ioka defeat Joshua Franco in the rematch in Japan to become a new belt holder after Franco missed weight. There's Juan Francisco Estrada, Junto Nakatani, also belt holders, and Martinez looking to successfully defend his strap for the second time. Beautiful left hook to the body by the champion.
This fight, you could feel this fight just starting to cook, and I think it's going to be great. Both men are doing excellent work here in this round.
Man, Martinez mulling Bornea along the ropes. Bornea able to escape, resets, and then from the southpaw stance goes to the body.
Yeah, Martinez doesn't care if he misses a few shots here and there. As long as he has you on the back foot, he feels comfortable.
Yeah, that's really a good point.
Still nowhere near the offensive output we are accustomed to seeing from Fernando Martinez as we complete 2 rounds in this 12-round championship fight. Let's go to Jim Gray.
35 children. Say hello to the 34 others who are watching real quick.
Mandar un saludo a tus 34 hermanos que te están viendo por televisión en República Dominicana.
Muchos saludos a toda mi familia de aquí. Estamos bien, estamos gracias a Dios, estamos ready, esperando. Gracias por el apoyo que me han brindado toda mi gente de allá, de Elías Piña.
All right, we're going to go back out tomorrow. They understood that.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Round 3, and it's off to a sizzling start as Martinez goes to the body, but Bornea targets upstairs, and Bornea is the one known for the fervent body attack, but he's now targeting the head with the jab. Good footwork by Martinez to reset in the center of the ring.
Yeah, and it's now Bornea setting the tone. Not like that. You got to set the tempo. You got to change it once in a while. Push Martinez back, and he's doing it really good right now.
You know, Martinez is not a knockout puncher, only half his fights,
good
but
defense by
he
Bornea.
fights like a knockout puncher. He's so aggressive, and he wants to get inside, and like we said, he idolizes Tyson, so that's his style.
Beautiful combination by Bornea, culminating with the right hook to the body, and then he met Martinez coming in with a right hook upstairs.
Yeah, I think Martinez, he knows that he doesn't have the power out, like you mentioned, but he could overwhelm you with the volume punching, and, you know, that's how he gets fighters out.
Coming up on the midpoint of the 3rd round. Nice combination by Bornea. Martinez digs away to the body, so they're flipping the scripts on us here. It's Bornea going upstairs, Martinez downstairs.
That seemed to bother Martinez. Caught him really well in the chin.
There have been moments in this fight where Bornea has landed with some pop.
You know what he has? I mean, he sees Martinez in front of him, but the fact that he's been away from his wife and 2 young children for 2 years, and now literally on the cusp of getting to go home as champion, he has to fight the fight of his life tonight. Under a minute left in the 3rd.
2 years, my God.
Lots of motivation.
Equally a lot of motivation for Martinez.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Check hook by Martinez.
Martinez got a late start as a pro in his great amateur career, but he's going to be 32 in a month, but you know, he's a fighter that's still fresh.
Abner, Bornea's bothered Martinez with some of these combinations, forcing him to retreat, something we're not used to seeing from the champion.
Yeah, the fundamentals, and we're talking about the 1-2, the distance that Bornea is setting up right now is just perfect for him. And Martinez just can't get in. Every time he wants to get in, Bornea is already taking that step back and setting back up with the jab.
In the, this wasn't the 1-2, it was the jab, but then he threw the left and then came with the right hook. So,
round number 4, scheduled for 12 for Fernando Martinez's 115-pound title. A battle of unbeaten fighters. The challenger, Jade Bornea, is 18-0 with 12 knockouts. The champion, Fernando Martinez, 15-0 with 8 KOs.
Yeah, it's all about setting the tempo right now for both fighters, either fighter. If it's Martinez, you want to set the high tempo, pressure, and if you're Bornea, you want to be calm. Pick your shots just as he's doing right now.
And if you're just joining us, the champion's in the black with red and gold trim. The first champion produced by promoter and former 140 and 147-pound champion Marcos Maidana. And Bornea coming forward.
Bornea is winning the battle of geography in this ring. He's keeping Martinez at bay and using the reach advantage, the 2-inch reach advantage that he has in this fight.
He's using an educated jab. Now Martinez able to close the distance and again uncork his vaunted left hook upstairs. Nice short right hand to the body by Martinez.
Yeah, the basic fundamentals for Bornea. The 1-2 jab, and I like what he's doing with it. I mean, it's just rhythm, really.
And he's perfectly balanced when you look at his stats over his last 3 bouts. 27 jabs, 28 power shots per round, so he does know how to mix it up, and right now he's really using the fundamentals, as you mentioned, after that jab, and Martinez now starting to jump in.
Martinez's job to cut the distance in this fight, one of the things he could do, but he doesn't. He only averages 11 jabs a round. The jab would help him cut the distance here, but now he is cutting it without the jab.
A chopping right hand by Martinez. Under a minute now left in the 4th round, and really it's all about Martinez's elevated output that has been the foundation for his offensive success in the past, and yet here in the first 3+ rounds, it's more of a muted offensive attack, and yet he's sitting down and landing some hard shots out.
Yeah, and he has flipped the script in the last minute of this fight from that narrative a little bit, but that has been the narrative to a certain extent. Doesn't mean he lost all those rounds, but he certainly did punch less, but now he's getting inside and doing some good work.
Oh, is he taking a knee? What happened?
That was a clash of heads.
Keep it clean.
Martinez has never been down as a professional. Bornea has been down once against left-hander Ernest Delgadillo in his American debut. He said it was really a trip, but the referee called it a knockdown. That was in his first fight on American soil. His second one is for the 115-pound championship fight, as good as advertised, as we begin round number 5. Fernando Martinez defending the title against Jade Bornea. And that jab of Bornea used to keep Martinez at bay, but Martinez is finding a route inside and landing to the body.
Yeah, there's been a subtle shift, I think, in the last couple of minutes of this fight, in which Martinez has been able to work his way inside better. And, you know, one or two of those early rounds, Martinez might have still gotten them nod, but it's just that Bornea, who is stepping up in class against a better fighter, has shown he belongs in the ring with Martinez.
And doing exactly that right now, Abner, with his attack here in the 5th, using that distance and still getting hit with those body shots, but he's not swaying from his strategy.
Yeah, no, obviously he knew, he studied Martinez, and he knew that he was going to be a tough test, meaning he knew that the pressure was going to be there constantly. For Bornea, you want to keep that distance right there. Be patient, jab, jab, take that step back,
nice
and counter punch. And take side steps, you know, you want to be out of the ropes.
Sharp counter left hand by Bornea, and that's right, mid-range is where he would love to be. And now coming in with a combination, showcasing his hand speed.
Yeah, you want to take advantage at moments like that, like where Martinez is not being too aggressive.
Martinez would love to exploit Bornea being on the ropes.
Martinez has been able in this round, and you see him on the inside working to cut that distance a little bit and working with that hook.
Brian Custer said he calls himself mini Mike Tyson, idolized him growing up, and many times when you see him sit down at his punches, his jaw never, you see a guy who is hell-bent on trying to stop you. A minute left in the 5th.
And I think Bornea is doing a really good job in, you know, these last couple of seconds. What's happening is that Martinez comes in, and we talked about the catch and shoot. Not everything's going to land when Martinez throws, and when they don't, you got to be Bornea. You got to throw the punches. You got to let them go.
Sweet little lead left hook by Martinez, and then doing a good job of avoiding the counterattack from Bornea. 30 seconds to the 5th. Martinez rips to the body just as Bornea went to the solar plexus. Boxing at its highest level for a 115-pound championship. And the great passionate fans at the Armory as Bornea got tagged with 2 punches from the champion. Well, they deserve action like this as we head to round 6.
There's a moment when Martinez had been doing well when they clashed heads there. And really, it looked like Bornea had gotten the worst of it, but it was Martinez that kind of had an issue from it. And there is Martinez with that left hook when he had Bornea against the ropes. That, of course, is a weapon Martinez wants to use regularly. Bornea using good combinations, but that left hook of Martinez, when he gets that thing on.
Okay, box.
Round 6, scheduled for 12 for the 115-pound championship. Coming into the fight, Fernando Martinez had been averaging over 70 punches thrown per round. much less here in this fight. And that also, again, due to the attack of Jay Bornea, but a nice counter left by Martinez. Bornea landed a combination.
And the trick in this fight is who's landing well, you know? We saw that with Benavidez and Plant. Benavidez didn't throw as many punches early, but didn't lose all those rounds, even though that happened. So it's tricky. It's true what we're saying,
yeah,
but
no, tricky rounds.
It's hard to tell with these rounds who's winning.
I love the Run DMC reference.
Hey, you know, I'm nothing if not a Run DMC fan.
1 minute has elapsed here in the 6th. Bornea flashing the jab. Oh, wait a minute.
Clean break away.
Did they do any Cole Porter songs? I can't remember.
No, but I can totally understand what you mean by you know, some rounds that are really close. I mean, because they are moments where Bornea is landing the straighter, cleaner punches, but then again, the aggression from Martinez, you know, is constant, and you know, we don't know what the referees are seeing.
And you're right, because even in this sequence, Bornea flashing the jab, and yes, it's that left hook that landed from Martinez upstairs, and now Bornea comes back with a combination.
Yeah, these are close rounds, and I you know, you could go either way on a number of them. I think it's fascinating that Bornea started as a lefty, he stayed as a lefty, he realized that was going to be his best chance in this fight.
And that's usually the case. Watching tape is usually successful as a lefty.
Yes.
As the action picks up, he's cornered momentarily. Martinez going for the uppercuts, misses with the sweeping right as Bornea retreats and resets.
You know, Bornea, it's early to say this, but he's never been 12 rounds before. Martinez has been 12 rounds twice in hard-fought matches with Ancajas, so we're going to keep an eye on Bornea. And Martinez is an excellent second-half fighter, so we'll see if Bornea can keep going with what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely not easy, obviously, because of the pressure that Martinez puts in. But, you know, you want to sit down a little bit more on those punches like Bornea is doing right now, and obviously work that body, rip the body from Martinez, and bring him down a level. Speaking of oxygen.
Man, Martinez almost like shooting himself out of a Canada Cup, wanting to bully his way inside. But Bornea, quick hands, beautiful work to the body. Final 15 seconds of the first half of this championship fight, and Martinez goes to the body. We're at the midpoint of this championship fight. Fernando Martinez. The second half of this championship affair. So much to unpack in those opening 6 rounds. Martinez starting out by mauling Bornea, bringing the pressure, bringing that offense he is known for. As we start round number 7.
I think that the comment Abner made in the last round is a really important one. For Bornea, he has got to try and land a significant body punch in this fight.
Yeah, Martinez bearing down on Bornea to begin round 7. The most aggressive he has looked in this fight thus far.
And he kind of did towards the end of the last round, but right now the pressure from Martinez is just, you know.
All right, well, we get a quick moment here. There's action heating up. Let's go to our unofficial score. Steve Farhad for his scores at the midway point.
Oh, Martinez has been the aggressor. He doesn't mind missing 3 if he can land 2. I think he did very good work to the body, especially early in the fight. I have him up 4 rounds to 2, 58-56, Fernando Martinez.
You can see now Bornea actually nice combination, but he's thinking of that body work, and he's tried a couple times in this round to go down there.
It looks like Martinez wanting to set a trap, comes in with the left hook, and now Bornea says, you want to bully your way in? I can be a ram too. Let's batter.
Yeah, Bornea was really smart in the beginning. If you notice, he kind of used Martinez's aggression for his benefit. I mean, he let him get off all those punches. He missed a lot. He kind of tired out, and then Bornea pressuring and working the body.
And Bornea now going downstairs. He's done a good job of staying off the ropes for the most part in this fight, Bornea.
Hard counter right hand upstairs by the champion Martinez. Under a minute left in the 7th.
No punches, no punches.
And Bornea wanting to take flight a lot sooner than he would like to go to the Philippines. He's eager to get on a plane. He wants to fly. Nice body shot by Bornea.
He said, not without that belt.
Nice combination. Bornea's jab and his hand speed evident, and Al's mentioned it, Abner, you as well. With the judges, what are you going to like more? Because Martinez has had the more eye-catching shots? Harder?
At moments, yeah, at moments, but I think it's Bornea's that are a little bit more eye-catching because of the distance where he's throwing them from.
Okay.
You know, this round is a tale of two parts. The first part, very good for Martinez. The second part, good for Bornea.
They want me to go back to pro wrestling here, guys, with all of this lunging at each other. But this is as real as it gets for both these guys. Undefeated with a 115-pound title on the line.
Martinez attacking, but Bornea, you'll see him go downstairs kind of to the chest area of Martinez.
That
He's
body
starting
a little
to
bit.
Box!
Round number 8. 20-foot by 20-foot ring, and Al, you mentioned it. They're utilizing the real estate. These two 115-pound high-level athletes who come from abject poverty, come from big families, have mouths to feed, and it truly is incredibly inspiring. Abner, you can speak to it, how much they have to go through just to get here, and then they have to go through stuff like this to take the title. As you see on our unofficial score, Steve Farhood's scorecard, he has Martinez up now by 1 after giving Bornea the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, closing up really well. Bornea definitely landing the best eye-catching punches, especially to the body. And to follow up to your question, yeah, I mean, these guys, you know, working really hard, separated from their families. It's a lot of sacrifice, and not only to the mind and to the soul, but physically watching these two fighters go at it.
Nice counter left hand by Martinez upstairs, goes to the body with a couple of right hands. And again, I definitely don't score, but I do like the thudding power of Martinez when he does land.
Martinez is, you know, normally this is the part of the fight, and he started it in round 6, but I don't know if he continued it. This is when Martinez usually really kicks it into even another gear, but Bornea's doing a pretty good job in the last round and a half to not let that happen.
Yeah, it seems like he's trying. He's definitely trying to push Bornea back, but it's that step to the back, to the side, and that jab that Bornea is using, that stick that is not letting Martinez get in as easy.
Hard right hand by Martinez to the face of Bornea, but Bornea's textbook 1-2 is the story. Getting to the combinations first, under a minute left here in the 8th round. Feinting, there's the pawing of the jab by Bornea, and Martinez not closing the distance, now coming in with right hands, but lunging it, but there are some short lefts and rights that were effective for Martinez.
I saw a lot of punches that were missed, but I think Bornea needs to practice the catch and shoot right there. Just perfect example. He caught that body shot, he came back with his own.
When Martinez gets him against the ropes, he can be effective, and we saw him push him back there and use combination.
And it almost seems like the way Bornea's moving, like he's trying to set a trap, but you're right, Martinez has been effective, and now lateral movement from Bornea.
And Bornea hasn't allowed himself to be trapped too much on him.
No. Exchange along the ropes again. Martinez crashes in space and crashes into Bornea's head with punches.
Showed himself there.
Remember, Anka Haas, who was in Bornea's camp, who was dethroned by Martinez, told Bornea not to be cornered, take care of his head, and Bornea's got his right ear, it looks like it's about to explode on the James Thompson, and it may have just happened.
Do you want to keep fighting or no?
On cue.
You want to keep fighting or no? Okay, box.
The ear just blew up. Wow. And Martinez now all over Bornea. Blood on the camera lens, and in this 9th round, bringing attention to the ear of Bornea. And Martinez now on the prowl, and Bornea retreating. The referee, Fitch, looking intently. His equilibrium may be messed with. And James Thompson, by the way, against Kimbo Slice on CBS. Elite XC back in the day. Abner, what does this mean with your ear blowing up like that? Not that you've ever suffered an injury like that.
Yeah, never had. But you mentioned, I think, the equilibrium more than anything. The fact that the opponent sees blood and he's right on top of Martinez. But it doesn't seem to be bothered right now, speaking of Bornea.
Well, I think he's kind of composed himself
yeah, he
now.
has.
He had a tough spot there.
I think at the moment he thought that the ref was going to take a look at it.
A valiant effort by Bornea, but Martinez, this is vintage. Fernando Martinez. Body shot by Bornea. Martinez continues to bear down on the challenger. Just over a minute left in the ninth. An eventful ninth round it's been.
And for some reason, and he apparently feels it's better, Bornea has gone back to righty.
Maybe to protect that ear.
Yeah, to keep the ear farther away.
Back to the body goes the body man, Jade Bornea. And boy, high drama. And yet, as you mentioned, Al, Bornea seems to have settled down, trying to get back to his rhythm. But another left hook to the ear, and here comes Martinez.
You can really see Martinez targeting that ear.
Why wouldn't he?
Right?
This is when, if you've got a great left hook, which Martinez does, it comes in handy.
Lead left hook, right hand. Power shots from the champion. Harley Fitch, referee, did say please. And Jade Bornea able to continue. Lead left hook lands to the side of the face by Martinez.
And because that was not ruled as a clash of heads, it was from a punch. Obviously, if that would stop this fight, it would be a TKO win for Martinez.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to stop that cut from the ear. I mean,
another left hook to the ear by
rare
Martinez.
that you see that kind of cut from a punch.
Another lead left hook by the champion. Dr. Joe Howard has looked at the ear in between rounds, allowing the fight to continue. And if the left hook won't get you, that right hand will. But again, you cannot, I mean, the fortitude, the courage. This is everything for Jade Bornea. This is everything he has ever aspired to be, is this fight here tonight.
yeah, he's dealing with a lot right now. But, you know, like, look at this round, how it started. Bornea settled down a little bit.
Wow,
going back to the fundamentals, going back to what was winning him this fight. And those straight punches.
A beautiful bounce back round for Bornea. Now got caught with that lead right hand and again needs to stay off the ropes out.
Yeah, and Martinez raking him over the coals when he pushes him back.
A blood-spattered ringside with each and every punch thrown by Fernando Martinez. Again lunges in and catches him with a hook. Martinez also fighting for his family, his daughter, Alma. 8 years old, that's her name, tattooed across his back. Carries not only her, but his entire family in Argentina. And here with a minute left in the 10th, Bornea trying to fight back. Chopping right hand by Martinez.
One of the differences in this fight in the last several rounds is that left hook of Martinez. He got it going a few rounds ago. It's what caused the cut. And it is his signature punch, and it's changed this fight, even though it was a close fight to begin with.
And the series of chopping right hands as well by the champion, Martinez.
Yeah, that's been no picnic either for Bornea.
Bornea from the same hometown as the all-time great Manny Pacquiao, General Santos City, trying to rally.
Yeah, and Bornea definitely was being more effective as the southpaw stance, but now he can't turn back because, I mean, he will put his ear and wrist.
Another chopping right hand, a series of right hands by Martinez. Bornea stays standing and taking punishment at the end of round 10.
Very effective weapon. And that one from distance. Sometimes it's a chopping right hand from inside, closer, but that one was from distance. And here, yeah, using the jab as applying a jab to set up that right hand. We think of the 1-2 combination coming from Bornea, which it has more in this fight. That one came from Martinez.
Championship rounds are upon us. A battle of undefeated prize fighters. The champion, Fernando Martinez. He is in the black with red and gold trim, chopping away at the challenger's face with those right hands. Left hook to the body. Jade Bornea has been away from the Philippines and his young family for 2 years in pursuit of a championship belt.
And Bornea has never been to the 11th round. And they did, by the way, here it comes, yeah.
And the referee, Charlie Fitch, steps in. And Fernando Martinez drops to his knees, looks to the heavens, and celebrates his second title defense, putting away a game. Jade Bornea sending Bornea to his first loss, and heartbreak in the corner of the challenger.
And they had cautioned in between rounds to the corner that they might stop it because of the ear, and they did.
Martinez.
Fernando Puma Martinez.
Fernando Martinez remains undefeated, more importantly, remains 115-pound champion, sending Jade Bornea to his first loss. And even though he didn't win the title, let's hope Bornea's reunited with his family ASAP. As we are here at the Armory, always a great night of fights. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, Mauro, thank you very much. Felix